Now the ITV Weekend News from your area.
Good evening. Muslim leaders across the Midlands have condemned the killing of aid worker Alan Henning by Islamic State militants. Former taxi driver Mr. Henning was killed in a video released by the extremist group. He was kidnapped in December while delivering medical supplies to refugee camps in a trip organised by Worcester-based charity Al Fatih Global. Today, Muslim leaders in the region expressed anger over the horrific acts done under the guise of religion.
Alan was an individual who went to Syria to help the people of Syria, those that were displaced by war. He took time off from his own work, and in my opinion, the work that he did is closer to the teachings of the Quran than whatever ISIS stands for.
I couldn't believe it. I was devastated. I was heartbroken. We were angry and frustrated at the same time.
The Prime Minister has also paid tribute and pledged to do everything possible to hunt down his killers, calling Mr. Henning's death an abhorrent and completely unforgivable crime.
This was a kind, gentle, compassionate and caring man who'd simply gone to help others. The fact they could murder him in the way they did shows what we are dealing with, and this is going to be our struggle now, that with others we must do everything we can to defeat this organisation. We must take action against it, and we must find those responsible.
Liberal Democrats from the Midlands have been arriving in Glasgow for the start of the party's annual conference. They know they are low in the opinion polls after 4 years of coalition government. And they say the next few days are about proving to voters that they are proud of what's been achieved, and the only way is up.
I mean, we have the same thing every general election. You Liberal Democrats, you're all finished. You're a busted flush. But really, you know, we come back every time. And we come back because we work hard. We work hard in our constituencies and we use our abilities in government to make a fairer society and a stronger economy.
And that was Lauren Lee Burke, MP for Solihull. Thousands of bikers made their way to the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire today for the annual Ride to the Wall event. It's to pay tribute to servicemen and women killed in action and has become one of the biggest annual acts of remembrance. Riders from across the country and even some from across Europe made their way to the event.
I think it means a huge amount. There's an enormously wide range of bikers who come, ranging from ex-servicemen to present servicemen, to those who just want to come along and pay their respects. We've also started getting bikers from Europe, so there's a contingent from Belgium.
The National Memorial Arboretum is our site of remembrance, and especially the Armed Forces Memorial, which has 16,000 names on the wall of service personnel that have died since the end of the Second World War, and we cannot forget these people because that's why we're here today.
It's exactly 1 year today until the first Rugby World Cup match is played in Leicester, and the city's leaders are hoping to cash in on the thousands of visitors expected to head to the region. A new video showcasing the best of Leicestershire has been put together by Visit England, with the Bosworth Battlefield, National Space Centre and the history of Stilton all getting a mention, as well as the new interactive Richard III Visitor Centre.
Well, I think from our point of view, it's raising the profile of Leicester. Having a Premiership side now helps. The fact that we've got visitor centres like this now, which are gaining national momentum, I think that's the sort of thing the business community here needs to get behind and recognise that Leicester now is certainly on the map.
Well, on to the football results now, and it's been a disappointing day for our West Midlands teams. In the Premier League, Liverpool beat West Brom 2-1, while Stoke lost 3-1 at Sunderland. Leicester drew 2-2 against Burnley. In the Championship, Birmingham finished 1-1 against Charlton and Wolves ended at 2-2 with Wigan. It was a similar story in League One, with Coventry and Walsall both finishing with a draw, while Fleetwood Town beat Port Vale 1-0. And in League Two, Cheltenham ended 1-1 with AFC Wimbledon, while Plymouth beat Shrewsbury 1-0. And now it's time for a look at the weather forecast. Here's Manali Luca.
Hello there, good
evening to you after today's wet weather. You'll be pleased to hear tomorrow is looking much more promising, sunny and dry, although you will have to make the most of it because next week it is looking rather unsettled, windy with rain or showers. Now if we look at our pressure patterns at the moment, you can see tomorrow we've got a brief ridge of high pressure. It's going to give us a fine day, dry with some good spells of sunshine to enjoy. But if I run the sequence on, you can see that high pressure slips away next week, low pressure takes control and a series of weather fronts to push in, producing showers which at times will merge into longer spells of rain and some tightly packed isobars as well, indicating the strength of some strong winds for next week, particularly Sunday into Monday. So through the course of this evening and overnight, it's looking relatively quiet, dry, clear skies, allowing temperatures to drop away. These are the values for the towns and cities. Rural spots will get much colder than that, certainly cold enough for a touch of frost in places. But it will give us a fine start to Sunday morning, a chilly start to the day, but some beautiful sunshine to enjoy. Through the course of the day, though, some high cloud pushing in from the west, so by tomorrow afternoon, the sunshine turning increasingly hazy. Temperatures probably about where they should be for this time of year, highs of 14 or 15 degrees Celsius. So tomorrow is looking much more promising, some good spells of sunshine to enjoy. Bye-bye for now.
And that's it from us. We'll be back at around 6:30 tomorrow. And don't forget to log on to itv.com/central for the latest. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.